All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio, right here on Opera, and today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we've got a gentleman in here I met at Melanie Nooney's event. They are the Alliance for Community Development.
Yes.
They just had their event over at the barn in West Sacramento, and we met with Kirven Dunham Jr., and loved his energy. You fit right in with everything that we're doing. And my God, I hope you come on board. You are exactly what we're looking for, 100% through and through what we're looking for. So you're with World Financial Group. Today we're going to be talking about income retirement. And I'm going to throw the license number on there just so we make sure that we get it and don't forget it. So license number 444-2188. Okay, so how you doing, brother?
I am doing just fine. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Let me get that a little bit. In fact, why don't we have you slide just a hair in more? There we go. Boom, boom. Let's get that right there. Perfect. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds good. All right. So, who is Kirven Dunham Jr.?
Well, I started writing software when I was 16 years old.
Nice.
I started working for IBM when I was in college. I went to Purdue University. I got my first internship after my first semester up in Rochester, Minnesota. Never go to Minnesota in December because it's very cold.
Very, very cold.
Yes. Then I went back that following summer to Rochester, Minnesota, worked for IBM. And throughout my college career, I either worked for IBM or 3M, either as a summer intern or a co-op student.
So you were following Robert Kiyosaki around. Because he has a very, very similar story.
Oh.
You know Robert Kiyosaki?
No, I do not.
The rich dad, poor dad guy?
Oh, yeah.
He has a very similar story,
Yes.
except he was at Xerox as well. But I believe he was at IBM 3M in that same era.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I wonder if you guys have crossed paths once or twice.
I don't think I ever met him.
No?
I know about him, though.
Yeah, really really cool guy.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. I've never met him. It's funny is he's one of the ones that I should have at this point. I've met a lot of them, but I haven't met him yet. He would be one that I would love to just sit down and pick his brain.
Yes.
Really interesting guy. And so, what are you doing? Who are you today?
Today, I represent myself. I'm an income retirement specialist. And what that means is I help people set up for retirement, families as young as 2 weeks old. You can start getting your retirement set up.
Yeah, I did one for my nephew, 10 days.
Yeah, it's a great program for getting your family going. I mean, why wait until you graduate from college to start retirement?
I know.
That makes no sense.
I know.
Yeah, and so I talked. One of the things I do when I'm talking to potential clients is I set some ground rules. First thing I do, I show them a presentation about financial literacy, because our company has a very strict policy. If I meet you on Tuesday, I can't sell to you on Tuesday. I have to get to know you first.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I have a very similar rule with my thing is I never sign somebody up on the first day ever. However, I turn more people away than I bring in. And so we bring in, well, I'll show you the numbers, but it's something like 15 to 20% of the people that we invite actually end up in our group. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's very awesome.
Yeah.
And what we have one of our major product is called a LIRP, Life Insurance Retirement Plan. And I can just feel your listeners starting to fall asleep. Oh, life insurance, who cares? And I tell people, life insurance companies are very stable. And that's where the banks put their money. So it's a very stable. In a great recession, over 300 some odd banks failed. Not one life insurance company.
Well, the other thing to think about is you have insurance on your car, you have insurance on your cell phone, you have insurance on your house or your apartment, but you don't have insurance on your life.
Exactly.
And then you hear about grandma died and where's grandma buried? Oh, they don't have money to bury grandma. Like what?
Yeah.
You don't have $5,000?
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's probably $8,000 or $9,000 now. But still,
Yeah.
I mean, you had an entire lifetime and nobody thought to do something.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to think about.
And with these LIRPs, it's like you're saying. Not only do you get to put your money away for retirement, we give you long-term care coverage, chronic coverage, and terminal illness coverage. And so the way this works is you have those benefits. You have a death policy, death benefit built in with a savings that you can tap into when you need. That's the beauty of it.
You know,
don't have to wait.
and people think that the life insurance market is just so predatory.
Right.
And it's not predatory if you don't understand what you're getting into. If you're getting into a life insurance policy and you're, 18 or 19 years old and you're getting a 15-year term life for $20 a month, the odds are that you're going to outlive that life insurance policy. You're just in the wrong product. Well, I've tried it before and it didn't work. Well, guess what? I went to the grocery store one time and I bought milk and it was bad. So what? Am I never going to go to the grocery store and buy milk again?
Exactly.
The idea of this is wild.
Yeah. And it's amazing you brought that up because, like I was saying before, they won't let me sell to somebody I just met. So the insurance companies are changing their policies and their procedures. Say, get to know the person first, because you may hear about it, but there is no one size fits all. It may be one product and one solution, but it's not. What I sell to this 20-year-old, I cannot sell to this 20-year-old.
You don't know whether they're telling the truth or not. We had somebody sign up to come on the show. We had them on the date, the whole thing. They were 2 or 3 days from coming in. I Googled them to take a look at who they were and what they were all about. So I had an idea before they come in to record. Come to find out they're a fugitive out of Idaho. I'm like, what? So here I am now. I'm like canceling the date. I text them. I'm like, sorry, I have jury duty that day. I blocked their phone number. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Say, sorry, I can't have you. You're a fugitive.
Exactly.
Now I'm on a hit list. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So no, it's crazy. You have to get to know these people.
I gotta know what their financial situation is now.
Exactly.
And where they want to be.
And where they want to be. Yeah.
It's very, because a lot of times too, I tell them a very important rule is no financial stress. And they look at me and say, what are you talking about? If you sign up with me, you will become my client, not my customer. And it's the same thing. No, a customer walks into a store, buys something, and leave. A client I have constant communication with.
I have clients that come on board and they go, okay, well, I want to sign up. I want to do da-da-da-da-da. And I can do $300 a month. Okay, let me ask you, can you do $300 a month or can you do $300 a month? And they're like, well, can you do $200 a month? And I'm like, well, yes, I can do $200 a month. I want to make sure that I'm not stressing your finances.
Exactly.
And that you start to resent me because you can't make your payment every month.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want people doing that. I mean, I'm trying to secure your financial
We're trying to
future.
help you, not get money out of you, bro.
Exactly. So no, I even told this one guy, not one penny of financial stress. And he would say something, I think I can do that. So then, no, let's go lower. What do you mean? I said, can you do it? I didn't actually think you can do it. So it's very important.
Yeah. No, you see that all the time when you're buying a car and you're looking at the numbers and everything, and then you forget the insurance and the registration and the maintenance and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's a load.
We get ourselves in trouble, man.
Yeah.
We've all done it. Every single one of us have done it.
Yeah.
And just as you get older, you are looking out more for people, right?
Yeah. I'm a prime example of that. I got myself, as smart as I am, I tell people it doesn't matter if you have a PhD. You sometimes people make mistakes with money. That's just life.
We lived through 9/11. We lived through the Great Recession, and we lived through COVID.
Right.
You cannot tell me that one person listening to this show has not had late payments or something on their credit report. Come on, you're lying to yourself, dude. Even the richest man in the entire world has been broke.
Yes, and I learned from that. I think it was when the financial crisis hit, I had myself set up pretty well because I learned earlier when I had some other issue happen to me, and I had credit card debt up the wazoo.
Oh no, we've all done that one.
And when I got
sneaks up on you,
it does because this is only $20. Oh, this is only $50. And those interests just keep building.
I know,
and that's one of the things I talk to people about when I do the first meeting with them. I go over the financial literacy, and I show them.
We ended up just we shut all the credit cards off, still paying them all off, but we shut them off like 2 years ago. I'm just making the payment, but there's no interest once you shut it all off.
Yes.
And so what we've done is I just don't use credit anymore.
Yeah. Once I
you have way more money when you don't use credit.
Well, I told one person, it's my nephew, and he was using credit card. So, whoa, let's think about this. How much is that going to cost you to put on a credit card? $250. Okay. Now, you have to pay interest on that $250, right? Yeah. So you're going to pay more for that item than what it's cost. What do you mean? Well, the interest is going to keep adding up unless you pay it off. Instead of $250 goes to $300, $350. You're paying way more for that item. Just wait until you can afford it.
Just buy it.
Just buy it. Yeah.
There's also some really great, we use a lot of 0%. There's some 0%, like when I need to put tires on the car. There's a company called Acima. Really, really great for that.
Yeah.
And so we get our 0% over 90 days. So you pay it off over 90 days, but you're paying $1,500 or $1,600 for your tires.
Yeah.
And it's like a $20 or $25 fee. That's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
No interest, but you have to pay it off in 90 days. Now, if you don't pay it off in 90 days, man, they get you hard.
Yes.
But I've never had to pay a penny of interest to these guys.
Yeah.
And I've used them for 15 years.
Yeah.
But there's some companies out there that are wonderful like that. But again, you have to be on it.
You got to be disciplined. And so yeah, I want to make sure that people understand, because there's so many people, even in their 60s now, who are just not ready for retirement.
No, it's sad.
Yeah,
Man.
and I see a lot of my first client that I signed up was 20 years old. He was still in college, and so when I explained to him how these plans work, his eyes got real big, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can definitely do this." And I came in and said, "Well, we crunched the numbers. I did it, show him some options, and I said, this one would be $123 a month. Good, I can do $150. Just boom. I said, okay. We ran up $150. He goes, yes, that's what I want. And so these LERPs have so many benefits. Life insurance retirement plan it's post-tax money.
Yes.
So that means when you go to take your money out, you pay no taxes on it. You can never lose a penny.
What I love about these plans is that, let's say that you sign up $60 a month, $80 a month, and something happens in 2 weeks, something happens in 6 months, something happens in 2 years.
Yeah.
You're still going to get whatever that benefit was. You never will ever reach that threshold, right? So it's I wouldn't say free money, but it's free money in a sense.
Yeah.
Now, when you borrow against it, I'm assuming that's what we're talking about. You can borrow against it for different things, living benefit. You still is it index? Is it accumulating interest?
Yes.
Or value? Yeah.
So they're in it. It's called an index.
Yes.
Insurance. The thing about the index insurance is you're not in the stock market. It just mirrors the stock market. So even let's say the stock market goes down 10% in 2026, right? You still gain 0.75%. You don't lose a penny. So it's an always gain, never loss plan.
I'm very familiar with them.
Yeah.
Very, very. Why are you so passionate about this product?
Like I tell people, I kind of got lucky because I'm a nerd, and I always looking out for my money. And I got,
Were you always a nerd?
Always a nerd.
Were you a nerd in school and stuff?
I was a nerd in school. Matter of fact, there's a great story when I was in a sophomore, junior in high school. I injured my knee playing in gym class, and I missed the last 2 months of school. And I told my brothers and sisters to bring my homework home. And they came home the first day and says, "Where's my homework?" "Oh, your teacher said you're getting an A. Don't worry about it." So I was like, "What?" They said, "I don't do the work." Says, no.
I got a letter 6 weeks before graduation. It says, "Your son or daughter is not going to graduate." He's like, he has to pass his final. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, I haven't paid attention this whole year. How am I going to pass this final? And I'm just like, what am I going to do? And I just busted my hump, and I stayed after school, and I sat down with the teachers and the whole thing. And I remember it comes time to get the final grade. It was a D-. It was a passing grade. I just remember we're walking through graduation, and they have all these different flags or something. I don't remember if they were flags or swords or whatever they were, but all the kids are running through where all the teachers are. The teachers are holding these flags or something. I don't remember. It's been a long time. And so we're all running through this thing, and I just remember the teacher that gave me the D-. He looked at me and was like, "You did it, you big retard."
So me being a nerd all these years,
Mr. Grokenberger, thank you wherever you are.
Thank you for that D-. It worked. Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
So I just wanted to make sure that, I said I got a financial advisor early on. I was in my 20s. I got a financial advisor, and none of my friends had financial advisors. And yeah, okay, so I didn't eat out as much and stuff like that. But my retirement got set pretty early. I'm like, oh, this is looking good. I meet with my financial advisor. But then I noticed how so many people out there don't have this. And I'm like, okay, I need to talk to these people, but I didn't have a tool or anything. I was at that time, I didn't have a license. I didn't even know about this. So when I found out about this, I said, oh, I got to get signed up. I got to start talking to these people with the knowledge and with the backing of the company to help them show, hey, you can be 2 weeks old. That college kid I told you about, one of the great things is that when he was paying his premiums and everything was going great, he wanted to get out of college sooner. So instead of just doing a semester and keeping his full-time job, he did a semester and a half. He's doing that right now. But it means he had to cut back on his hours. So one of the benefits of these alerts is that we can reduce your premium without you losing your cost.
Correct.
Yeah. And it's perfect. And he did it.
The other thing that you can do, at least the ones that I've had in the past, if something happens to your finances, we go into COVID, you quit making your payment, your premium will start eating away, or you start eating away at your living benefit by making your payment. Yes. And so you can step away for 2 or 3 months and then get back into it.
Yep. Yeah. So many benefits. And I always said, if my mom and dad knew about this when I was growing up, my brothers and sisters growing up, we would have had one for sure. They would have definitely made sure we had one. So I'm talking to parents and everybody, and they see when I talk to them how excited I am about this. And I always tell people, do it when you can. Don't wait. Because take me, for example. In 2017, I went to the doctor for a shoulder injury, and they noticed an issue with my lungs. And I went through a series of tests, and then they said they did the EKG. It was about a month or so after they found the spot, and they said, you're at risk for sudden death. I'm like, what? Yeah, so the disease was in my heart now. And I got through it, and I used a lot of humor to get through it, but I got through it. But these plans that I'm selling, these solutions I'm selling, I can't get them because I'm already sick.
You know what's funny is it's just an analogy. It's not funny. I went to one of the companies to get a life insurance policy. And we did go through all the tests, and they come back, and he says, sorry, you're ineligible. And why? And he says, well, you're HIV. And I'm like, how? First, I mean, I know how because I've been in the music business long enough. Right. You do some stupid stuff, but how? Like, how is this possible? And so, you can't get a life insurance policy. So, I start getting tested. Okay, let's figure out where are we at. I call my doctor, scheduled everything, test after test after test. They must have tested me like 6 or 8 times negative. It was a false positive. So we start looking it up, and something like 12% or something is false positives, right? Yeah. And so I go back to that company and say, I've got all the evidence in the world. Said, sorry, you're in our system. You're not eligible. I just called another one, and we have no problem. I've got one right now, and there's no issues. But the point is that I know exactly when you're sitting there and you're like, holy crap, am I going to die? Like, you see a building going up, and you're like, am I going to be able to see this thing finish?
Exactly.
It's a crazy feeling, dude. It is. It's a crazy feeling. So you're talk to me about your term LB and talk to me about your small business offerings.
Yes. So term LB is fairly new. It's with Transamerica, and I am not with Transamerica. Okay? I'm a non-captive agent broker. I can work with hundreds of insurance companies out there. But Transamerica came with this term LB because you know how a term is. You get a 20-year term. If you don't die within 20 years, goes away.
Yep.
Well, now Transamerica says, well, if you get a term policy, you can get one with living benefits for terminal illness, chronic illness, or long-term care.
Interesting.
And I'm like, whoa.
That's cool.
It is. And actually, one of my clients, he got a LERP for his 3-year-old son and got a term LB for himself. And now he wants to convert that term LB because he got a promotion. He's doing much better now. Now he wants to convert that term LB into a LERP. So it's coming very, very positive.
And then what is the small business offerings?
We have several. We have key person plans. So let's say you're in a partnership with someone and one dies. These key person plans helps the company continue because you have a policy on each other. So now they can get the death benefit from that person dying, keeps the company going. We have plans to help transition. Let's say that you have buy-sell agreements, which means if someone leaves, dies, whatever, make sure you have it in writing what happens. when stuff like that happens. Yeah, I know people see those commercials when people are talking and they're saying stuff like, "When I'm glad you be able to take care of my kids when I pass away," and the guy pops up, doesn't count. Same thing. Just because you and I are partners and we're talking about what's going to happen if something happens, is it in writing? No. So,
very interesting.
yeah.
Very interesting.
And the biggest one that we have several, but the biggest one is cash balance plans. That one's a little involved, but basically that's for any business or single, even if you're single employed, so just you, paying over $100,000 a year in taxes. They have a policy now that helps you offset that and grow the money so that you can reduce your taxes and actually get benefits from it.
Interesting. Interesting, man. That one I want to talk. I think that should almost be a separate episode in a sense. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. If you come out to the event tonight in Folsom, Gaslight, there's gosh, that's funny. Thea will be there and Brian will be there. Both of them are financial guys. I'd love to introduce you to both of those guys because you guys could really all work together. Because Brian's got something that's interesting. He was like, if you're paying too much in taxes, he can offset up to $70,000 of that a year. And so I'm almost thinking that's something similar, but we haven't gotten too deep into it. I would love to see what that conversation looks like.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be super cool. Yes. All right. What are you looking for? We're going to start to wrap up. What are you looking for here? Why are you here, man?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking to get the word out, what I do, grow my clientele. My clients are people, small business, a single person, people with families. Like I said, the father I work with, he's a single dad, making sure his kid, who is now 4, is taken care of. I want to get as many people, especially young people, on some kind of plan to protect themselves for the future.
Well, I mean, we could talk inflation and we can talk the global economic situation. I think the scariest one, this is one of the scariest ones, and I want to start to close with this, is, the life expectancy is about 80 years old. Yeah. Your first 20 years don't count because you're a stupid kid, right? Yeah. It don't count. Yeah. And so you've got years 20 through 80, so you've got 60 years, okay? Yeah. 50% of everything you make goes straight to the government. Right. That leaves you with 30 years. Right. And in that 30 years, you have to go to school, pay for your education. You got to buy a house with a 30-year mortgage. You got cars. You have insurance. You have all this other stuff that you have to do in the 30 years. Let's just say it's not really set up for you to win, is it?
It is not.
It is not set up for you to win. And so you still might not win doing this, but you'll be in a little bit better position.
Much better position.
Much better position.
When I got sick this year, actually I got sick in 2025, I was able to take a medical sabbatical and I didn't touch my retirement or anything like that, go into my savings that I built up called an emergency fund. Because unfortunately, because of my health, I couldn't apply for this, but I set up another fund and I was able to keep going. And how many people can do that? Very few. Yeah. And I'm like, you guys, we gotta get started here. That 3-year-old who's now 4, he gets 15. He's gonna be happy. He gets 25, something like that. And his friends are trying to figure out, no, this, that.
He's little shit's gonna pull the money out and go buy himself an exotic car. Is what he's gonna do. Oh man, that's awesome. That is so great.
Kudos to his father for seeing that.
Seriously, seriously. Yeah. But that's the whole point, right? That's all we're trying to do is set each other up. That's it. That's all we're doing.
Yes.
Kirven Dunham Jr. Kirven Dunham Jr. World Financial Group. 916-337-3989. 916-337-3989. License number 444-2188. I want to thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
If you wait till tomorrow, just remember my story. I was happy. I was healthy. Everything was going great. Then I got diagnosed. The longer you wait, the more you lose. Yeah. Keep this get going as soon as you can.
Yeah, and you don't know if today's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you ride a motorcycle, it could be over this afternoon, dude.
Exactly.
You see it every day. You turn the news on. Oh, yeah. You see it every single day. Yeah,
if you have kids, get your kids on a plan as soon as possible.
Yeah. Kirven Dunham Jr., World Financial Group, 916-337-3989. Hey, I want to thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And I want to thank everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.